Good morning, my friends. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day today. I'm kind of laughing right now before I even start my video because I have my Yoda shirt on today. And I really don't wear this shirt too often. It's always just hanging there. And then the message that I'm sharing today is just kind of funny. It, ju- it just sounds like something Yoda or something would say. And I have that alignment, and I'm really having a hard time not laughing right now within myself. But what I wanted to share on is about my life and to give information through my life, through my personal experiences, in knowing the difference of consciousness and the consciousness that I live through today. There are three different forms of consciousness that we have that's a part of us. And that is the human mind, the aliveness of thought that is always going with energy within our human mind. And then we have the connection to our subconscious mind that is always the programming within the back. But from the beautiful experience that I had from my near death was the shifting actually that happens when we stop breathing and going to the soul's consciousness. We can call it Christ consciousness, the pureness of the light being of who we are within these physical forms, okay? And I had that shifting happen from my mind to my soul when I stopped breathing 3 years ago and I went through that experience. The peace and calmness that instantly happened for me from suffering, because if you don't know my story, I tried to take my life. It happened. But immediately when I shifted consciousness to the pureness of who I am within this physical form of a light being, I said right away, God, I don't want to die. But can you show me the other side? And I had my experience and then came back to my body. As soon as I came back to my body and I felt the shock and then trying to breathe again to get my breathing back, and it was all wonky and crazy, I was now back within the human mind, the aliveness of thought that has been conditioned throughout life with a lot of false beliefs from the experiences that I had that kept causing me to suffer, along with energy that I didn't understand at that point. And today in my life I do. It's why I don't suffer in my life anymore like I used to. So it took a lot of practice for me to live in the present moment, where our soul's consciousness lives, the aliveness of the being of light within us. And I just wanted to share just on my experiences, just so you have an idea, on who we are within, to find this peace that moves through us, free of fear, free of judgment, free of, I was going to say hate and anger, but there's still energy that may need to be healed for that. But the peace and calmness of who we are and feeling that beautiful energy that moves through us in presence. And anytime throughout life when you see beautiful things, excuse me, I have to blow my nose for a second. You know, when you see mountains or the ocean, or you're looking at the stars at night, you know those moments where you're fully present in the moment and you're looking and you feel that beautiful feeling of being there in that moment. That is the best thing for me to describe on feeling who we are within. And there is ego that is within only our human mind. So times when I would judge others and things would bother me about others were doing that had nothing to do with me in my life, that is all the human ego. That is all the human mind, the consciousness within the conditioning of our human mind. It's not a part of our soul. I've learned no one can affect me in my life anymore with what they say or what they're doing. I'm always being aware and observing. I'm always in a space that I create. I allow what comes into my space with always being aware and observing on how I feel, that how people are making me feel. If they lower the way that I feel, then I just remove them, but have nothing but unconditional love for them in their life. But we just don't align anymore. And that's okay. Because now in my life today, I align to very beautiful people, even though we all are, but who are in a space where the alignment, they're not lowering the way that I feel. Okay? So no matter what anyone is doing, they don't have the power anymore to change how I'm feeling in my space, in the world that I create around me. And I'm always being aware and observing. This is pure presence. This is the state that I live in. It is even now the being of light within me who speaks from me, because I am no longer a part of my human mind, of that consciousness that was conditioned throughout life, but it is a part of the knowledge and wisdom of all the work that I've done, almost like a library that I resort to, and then also the connection from where we come from that speaks for me of the being of who I am within. Now, it took me 8 months to live in presence. And I was suffering dearly over my ex-girlfriend, dearly. It took me 2 years to fully come to this place of peace. But I listened to Eckhart Tolle. I did so much work, working day after day for 7 days a week, months and months and months for 2 years. But pretty much for 8 full months, I worked every single day. Listen to Eckhart Tolle. I have a few friends who use my audiobooks or whatever. I have about 15 of his seminars. I practiced presence every day with whatever I could do to focus on being present. And it took me 8 full months of doing it. Where now, from my death experience, I am fully aligned to being present in the moment, living through Christ consciousness, the being of light of who I am within this physical form. Anytime we start judging others, or we do not like, things that they're doing, and we start placing judgment on them, it's still the human mind. It's not who we are within. And like I said, it took me practicing day after day after day after day of presence. I already knew who I was because I had the experience of dying and that shift. So all that hard work brought me to the full alignment while I'm fully alive, being in this state of presence. And there's nothing but love, joy, and happiness when we live in this state, because it's who we are, especially when we're living at that higher vibration. After we do all the healing throughout our life of the layers that overcame our light when we were first born. And now I feel nothing but love, joy, and happiness. There are times when I don't, and I go through personal experiences in life, but I know how to quickly get myself out of it. It doesn't take me, months and years of holding on to things. I can do it, depending on the situation, in a matter of a day, up to 2 weeks, depending on what it is I go through, to realign me to stay back in this state of presence where I feel the aliveness of who I am in this physical form. Okay? So I really wanted to share this video today, just to enlighten my friends through my personal experiences, to be where I'm at today of this freedom within. If you're religious, the kingdom of heaven within, this is what I relate it to. Okay, for those who are, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm personally not, but I've lived through a lot of different experiences with religion throughout my life to have understandings of knowledge, to be able to connect with everyone, because we're all worthy. No matter what you believe in or what you're going through, we are all worthy to reach this space. And it's your path to learn and grow from exactly what you're in. You're perfect for who you are. You're perfect for what you're going through. So I just wanted to share that. Yoda had to, maybe it was Yoda speaking through me today. But no, it was the being of light of who I am in this physical form today. And I just really wanted to share, to help another. If you desire or want to find it, you can reach out to me. I'm always reachable to share with my friends. If they want to know steps or things to practice, I will share what I've been through. That's all I can share, my personal experiences. But I'm here to give it back to you if you choose to want to find this freedom. Excuse me. Anyways, that is all for today. Wow, 10 minutes. I didn't I didn't even know. That's a beautiful thing when we live in space. There's no concept of time. I'm in a space. I leave from here, I'm in a space. And it's completely different, but life-changing in the most beautiful way, to live out the rest of my life here. So I wish everyone a wonderful day, and bye for now.